And we are live once again. Welcome to Chosen Live number 58. 2 Chosen Lives this week, which, hey, I mean, if we're going to get 2 episodes of Kenobi, you get 2 Chosen Lives. In a different kind of sense. Now, before I begin this Chosen Live, like in my last one, I'm going to be going through my bullet points, explaining my reasonings, just talking about the subject matter at hand, and then I'll get to the chat for the final half an hour or however long it is. So yeah, that's the way I'm going to structure it now. So that way I stay on topic, I stay focused, I don't detract from my original point, and I stay on task. Now, spoiler warning, there will be spoilers ahead, so if you haven't seen it and you're intending to see it and you're in this stream, get the hell out of here, go see it, then come back, or go see it, then rewatch this after the fact. But as non-spoilery as I can get, you're probably wondering, Jacob, did you like it? Yes, I liked it. I really, really liked it. I didn't love everything about it. I'm going to put the episodes kind of together as 2 joint things, because I think in some ways it felt like one big episode. And I think there's another reason why they released 2 episodes. I'll just say that. But for me personally, episode 1 is better. But overall, really impressed. Really a very, very good, solid foundation. And keep this steam train rolling and go further. Go further than this. Don't stop here. Keep it rolling and go higher, further, faster, baby. That's all I'll say. As about as non-spoilery as I can get, I liked it. Now, you guys know me. I don't like to put ratings on things. I don't like to give it an out of 10 because an out of 10, it's relative for the most part, and it will always be subject to change. But if I was forced, gun to my head, that wasn't meant to be a pun, by the way, forced, to give it a rating, episode 1, I say a 9, and I'm not even joking. Solid 9 out of 10. Well, no, 8.5 out of 10. And then episode 2, I'm going to say a 7. But that doesn't mean I hate it. Okay. I just want to preface this again. Just because I don't give it a 10 out of 10 doesn't mean I hate it or I loathe it, or if, like context is important, as I said, we live in a society where things are either a 10 out of 10 or it's shit. There's no room for middle ground or conversation or discussion, but that is as non-spoilery as I can get. I really enjoyed it. I did like it. I think it's a great foundation. It allows us to get a good sort of premise and foundation for the narrative of these 6 episodes to the point now where we can really push on from here. So that's about as non-spoilery as I can get. So if that's what you came for, get out of here now, because from this point on, I will be talking straight spoilers. Now, the way I'm going to do it from this point is I'm going to talk about the characters first of all, before I even touch on the episodes and the content within them and the story. I want to talk about the characters. I want to start with Reva, or Reva, however you say it. I'm not going to lie, from the trailers, I got Maria Rambeau kind of Captain Marvel energy. And it's very apparent in the show. Like, she's very impulsive. She's very, aggressive, strong-willed. And to be honest, I kind of like that about her, because there's a scene in the first episode when the Grand Inquisitor is giving this monologue, and Reva's like, I just want to get straight to the point. And I'm thinking, you know what? As much as I don't like the approach that you've got, I like the fact that you're just like, you know what? There's a way that we can force this Jedi out of hiding in front of everyone. And it's not walking around giving some big monologue. It's, I'm going to lift this knife, throw it at him, and we're going to see what happens. And then it reveals that the Jedi was him all along. Like, I like that about Reva, that she's very forward thinking. She's very fast on her feet. And she's determined. She's driven, and I think that there's a part in episode 2 where, she's like, she basically says to Obi-Wan, Anakin's still alive, he's Darth Vader, and everyone and their dog's flipping out. How does she know? Well, if you look at the beginning of episode 1, there is an Order 66 flashback. Inquisitors are, for all intents and purposes, former Jedi who have defected and joined the dark side, in a way, or lackeys, for a better term. Or lackeys, for lack of a better wording. And she's clearly one of the younglings that is with the Jedi Master as the Jedi Masters around the temple are getting mowed down. So essentially, in my reaction to it earlier on, I simply stated that what's going to happen is you're going to see Anakin have a hallway scene on that bridge. On that bridge, that walkway that they're on, you're going to see him have a hallway scene where he's mowing down Jedi left and right. I think that's exactly what's going to happen. That long walkway, Anakin's going to come up, hood style, carving down Jedi Masters by the bucket load. And that's going to be his version of the hallway scene. Reva is going to see that, and that will give us the context as to how she knows that he's Anakin. Now, is there moments in this show where she's a bit annoying? Yeah, a little bit, you know, and I gotta be honest, I'll touch upon this a bit when I talk about him as well. The way the Grand Inquisitor is offed, I didn't like it. And it's not because, you know, it's cheap. It's not just because it isn't earned. It's not just because he's alive in Rebels, so you create canon problems there, so we know he's going to be alive. It's that they've done it again. They've done another fake out death. Again. The MCU keep doing this bullshit. Like, Disney, can you stop doing this with your brands, please? Can you stop doing fake out deaths? Because it's kind of annoying when you're trying to sit there and then someone dies and then they're brought back an episode later. Like, you're devaluing the impact of death by constantly bringing someone back. Stop it. It's stop it. But I'll get to the Grand Inquisitor in a bit. But back to Reva. I really like the angle that they're taking with her. I don't love everything about it. Her impulsive nature and her brash behavior is very annoying at times. And then it's kind of just like, you know, how she's so self-righteous and kind of up her own arse. But at the end of the day, I think that is indicative of the actress doing her job. I think that's exactly what her character is meant to be. And for everyone that thinks she's now going to be center focus, she's just taken out the Grand Inquisitor. And again, I don't like it, but it's canon now. But the Grand Inquisitor, for all intents and purposes, at this point in the game, is now taken off the board temporarily, not permanently, if you actually know your Star Wars lore. He's taken off the board temporarily. That means Big Daddy Vader's got to step in because the Grand Inquisitor's down for the count. Like, who did that? You know, Vader's going to want answers. And that's where Vader will then be brought into the fold. And I'll touch upon him later on, but I think episode 3 will kick off with him. Very poetic, Revenge of the Sith. You see, it's a nice little full circle there. 17 people watching. Shout out to all of you. Make sure you smash that like button. Now, again, I won't be reading the chat until after I finished my review, just so that way I stay on topic and I stay focused. And then I'll be chilling with you guys for however long in the chat. Now, back to Reva. I like that, again, she's just no nonsense. She's just straight to the point. She doesn't fuck around. Like, you know, it's the Grand Inquisitor is doing the same thing that every bad guy does. Perfect speech, by the way, about the Jedi code is like an itch, yada, yada, yada. Really love that. But the way he's wandering around, yippee, 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 and then she's just like, you know what, man, fuck this. Picks up the knife, throws it at the dude, and then he uses the Force, and it outs him. It saves everyone the whole ordeal. You know, I like how she's straight to the point, and it also feeds into that where the Sith always turn against each other, but the Inquisitors, they aren't Sith. They're just, again, they're lackeys. And for me, it's fascinating seeing the Inquisitors fight amongst themselves, and they all want place of number one, and even in Jedi Fallen Order, the same thing. And that will bring me to Sun Kang as the 10th brother. Now, when he was revealed to be playing the 10th brother, I said, what? Because when you look at him in Rebels, you kind of think he's going to be like this big, you know, burly muscle house, like Russian geezer or something. But no, he was bad to the bone. I like his voice. I like the way, the intonation and the inflection in his voice. It captures the 5th brother perfectly. He's like, Reva. Like, and Sun Kang does the face expression well. And I mean, we got Han in Star Wars now. From Fast and Furious, we got Han in Star Wars. So please, can we get this guy in a TIE fighter drifting it? Just please, just give me that. Just give me that, Disney. Come on, just give me that. Just him drifting a TIE fighter. Come on, Tokyo Drift style. Like, come on. But yeah, he was awesome. He was awesome too. Not much to go on with him as much as Reva, but, you know, he's in Rebels. He's a key component of that. We know what happens to him. Spoilers, Maul kills him. And you couldn't really have died a more honorable death. But I think he was really cool. I liked his sort of mannerisms. I like the way he sort of walks about the place. But he does, aside from the other Inquisitor, I've forgotten her name. He's kind of just there for me, like just to fill space, if you know what I'm saying. Reva and Grand Inquisitor really take the spotlight. Now onto the Grand Inquisitor. Again, shout out to Sun Kang, man. I'm happy that this dude's in Star Wars. But the Grand Inquisitor. I don't know if they changed this due to fan reaction. Let me take a sip of drink. But there's moments in this show where you'll see the Grand Inquisitor's eyes, and then they'll be matte black. They'll just be like black circles. And then in the very next shot, they'll be red and yellow, and you'll be like, huh? So maybe I'm thinking the angle that they could take is that because this is a few years after Revenge of the Sith, maybe he hasn't fully immersed himself in the dark side yet. And maybe after Reva pulling the stunt on him, that is how he immerses himself in the dark side. Because if you think back to Rebels and when he dies, he kills himself, more or less. He's hanging over the edge. Kanan offers to basically help him up. And he says there are some things far more frightening than death. So I'm assuming now that Big Daddy Vader is in the show and he's in the fold, Vader's going to do something to resurrect the Grand Inquisitor. And there's a lot of dark magic, dark science, cloning, Rise of Skywalker reference. There's a lot of stuff, especially if you've seen the Vader Immortal game, that Vader can do. And I firmly believe that Vader's going to do something. It could be something as simple as putting him in a Bacta tank, but I think there's going to be more to it than that. I think it's going to be a situation where the Grand Inquisitor owes Vader something. And Vader's going to say to him, you screw up again, you owe me this, this, and this. Like, I think that's what's going to happen. It's going to be like a life debt. It's going to be like a blood pact or something like that. It's going to be something where it's to do with the Grand Inquisitor's soul. But on that, again, stop doing fake out deaths. I've had enough of that shit. Stop pretending to kill characters and then bringing them back. You've done it with Fennec Shand. You did it with Chewie. You did it with Rey and Ben like twice. You done it with Boba Fett now. Like you did it with Cobb Vanth. You've done it now with Grand Inquisitor. Can we stop doing this? You're devaluing death. Like it's what the MCU are doing. Killing characters and then bringing them back. Killing characters and then but it's a variant. Like, fuck that shit. Like, you're tainting the story. Anyway, the Inquisitors aside, I thought they were bad to the bone. And one thing I will say is most of the trailer footage that we have been shown has been in the first 2 episodes. There's only a few scenes or a little portion that is in the trailers that is from later episodes. So I think we've got a lot of footage that we're missing out on. So I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, the Inquisitors are just a tease for what's to come. Big Daddy Vader. And that'll bring me to my next point. Even though he doesn't appear in the show until the end of episode 2, the minute Obi-Wan realizes that Anakin's still alive, the acting by Ewan McGregor in this scene is fucking fantastic. The way the camera just focuses specifically on him. He's remembering the PTSD. It's all kicking in. And then he remembers Anakin. And then it's almost like him feeling Anakin through the Force. And then him sort of, feeling that tremor of fear and that he's scared. That's what wakes Vader up. Because literally the very next shot is Vader going like that. And man, I'll tell you what, Hayden Christensen, man, he got jacked for the role. You see his shoulders. But he wakes up and it's such an epic moment. And I don't think that means, he's going to come in episode 5. No. I think he's literally going to be banging the next episode. I think you're going to see quite a lot of Vader. Maybe not so much in episode 4, but I think episode 3 will be Vader heavy. Episode 4, maybe dial it back a bit. Episode 5 and 6, everywhere. So I think episode 3, he'll be in it a lot. Episode 4, probably not so much. Episode 5 and 6, really on it. And I'm in the firm kind of camp that they're going to have 2 fights in the show. I think there's going to be a fight probably in episode 3 or 4, or teased at the end of 3 and happening in 4. And then they'll have one more fight in episode 5 or 6 as the penultimate duel. Sort of like how in The Phantom Menace, Qui-Gon and Darth Maul have their duel on Tatooine briefly, and then they have Duel of the Fates at the end. Like, it could play out like that. It would be a lot to squeeze in, but with them bringing Vader in now, like, it's not impossible anymore. But yeah, we got a short glimpse of Vader. Nothing too much, nothing too much to go on. But he looks great, and it's just awesome, man. I'm so happy for Hayden, man. Honestly, I don't know if you guys have seen the panel, but when the crowd were cheering Hayden's name, I was like, you know what, man, I love it. And it's not that he's better than Ewan by any means, but Ewan has always been he's been appreciated by fans of Star Wars in general. Hayden has always been the one that's been given the short straw. And, I'm going to be real. It's like the same thing I say for Robbie and Cobra Kai. A lot of dudes don't like Hayden because he's a pretty boy. I'll just call it what it is. That's just how I do things. I just call it what it is. It's because he's a pretty boy, and everyone thinks that they're Han Solo talking to women. Nuh-uh. You're Anakin. Just throwing it out there. Okay. It's like, oh, I can read it. Right. Next character. Owen Lars. Owen Lars. I absolutely loved what they did with him, because as much as I want Owen and Ben Kenobi to get along, no, it's not happening. They don't get along. They don't see eye to eye. And in A New Hope, Ben Kenobi even says, thought he should have stayed here and not gotten involved. It's like, and I love the little Easter egg that the Skyhopper that Luke flies around in A New Hope, like he's holding it and he's like, no, it just isn't fair. Biggs is right. I'm never going to get out of here. It's cool to know that Ben gives him that. And then Owen throws it at Ben, says, hey, you need to stay the hell away. Don't come anywhere near me. Don't come anywhere near us. And I understand Owen's point of view. Like, you've had this child bestowed upon you. What are you supposed to think? And for all intents and purposes, Anakin was family to Owen. He was family. Maybe they didn't know each other well, but more or less, Owen's father fell in love with Anakin's mum. That makes him family. So family, got a cross up there. So I understand Owen's contempt. Like, hey, leave us alone. Absolutely leave us alone. And I get it. If you guys have seen the Old Wounds comic, I think that's the one where Owen actually shoots Darth Maul on the spot. He puts like a bullet right in his head to defend his family. So this Owen Lars, I wouldn't mess with. I think he will be that kind of guy where there's an episode in the Clone Wars where the deserter clone who has a family, who will do what he must to protect his family. That's kind of the vibe I get from Owen in this show. And shout out to Owen Lars. He stands toe-to-toe with Reva, right? A Force-sensitive being with a lightsaber that's double-bladed right up in his grill, even after she's just taken someone's hand off. And he's holding frame. He's not backing down. And the thing is, I saw a comment that said, why didn't Reva pry a little more? Because Owen genuinely doesn't like the Jedi. He really doesn't. He thinks they're trouble. And look what do you blame him after everything that's happened with Anakin's mum, getting captured, leading to his father losing a leg and whatever else, and then Anakin's fate? Do you honestly blame him? Perfectly played. Joel Edgerton, shout out to you. Fantastic job. Well done. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Next. Bail Organa and his wife. And during the reaction stream, I learned that Bail Organa's wife was recasted. Not sure what the reason was. Maybe they just wanted to spice it up. I don't know. But great seeing Jimmy Smits again. Jimmy Smits has been kind of a staple since Disney have took over, because he appeared in the Squadrons game in the opening cinematic where you see Alderaan get blown up. So that confirms that Bail Organa dies on Alderaan. Quite sad. And then in Rogue One, he appears in that, and he says that I have a daughter. I know someone I would trust her with my life, and he's going back to Alderaan. It's like no. So it's great to see him back in the role again. And even though Leia is not an Organa by blood, she is because of her heart, and I think that was very powerful. Oh, that will bring me to my next point. But great to see Jimmy Smits again. Just the little mannerisms, the little nuances, the way he carries himself on screen, the way he sort of moves, a bit like this, really, you know. And even though like Leia is, you know, she's got that Skywalker blood, like he likes that, like he likes that she's different. And yeah, it's just great to see Jimmy Smits back. I'm not sure how much of him will be in this series. You might see him once more before the series is done. That will presumably be when Leia returns to Bail Organa, and that'll probably be the last time you see him. And the thing is, enjoy this, because now that Rebels has filled in the gaps, Rogue One kind of links into A New Hope. So it basically confirms where Bail Organa will be in the events of A New Hope, and Squadrons confirms it. There's not much left of Bail Organa's story to tell beyond this one. So yeah, enjoy this, because this might be Jimmy Smits' last time playing the role. You never know. Like, never say never, but in terms of a reason to bring Bail Organa into the fold, either it's got to be the characters from Rebels or Kenobi. They've done both of those now, so this might be the last time we ever see him. Unless they bring him in Andor. That's possible. Now, that brings me to my next point. We get a glimpse of Luke. We don't really see much of him. We see him sort of pod racing and wanting adventure like Luke always wanted. And I think we will see more. Like, once we're done with Leia, Luke will get his turn. And it's basically 3 episodes for Leia, 3 episodes for Luke. That's the way I see it. But Leia was fantastic. The actress, the young actress that they casted for Leia, absolutely fantastic. Just the mannerisms, the quirky nature, the snapbacking attitude. I love it. And the thing is, she looks like a hybrid of Padme and Leia. Like, she looks like a hybrid of Carrie Fisher's Leia and Natalie Portman's Padme, like a mixture of the two of them. And I love the line of dialogue where Kenobi's like, "You remind me of someone." I assumed he meant Ahsoka at first, but he means Padme. That Padme was like headstrong, determined, you know, had a clapback kind of attitude. And for those that have a problem with this, I have one thing to say to you. You do realize in A New Hope, when Han and Luke go to rescue Leia, she's the one that rescues them. Just, again, like, from people who actually watch, she rescues them because they get to her cell, no plan, and she gets the blaster, and she's like, "You know what? Trash compactor or not, I'm getting us the out of here." She takes charge of the situation. And the young actress does such a great job in this, but her delivery to the Organa cousin, right, that pompous little douchebag, where he's like, "Why are you speaking to a lesser life form?" Like, fuck off, you little knob. But I love the fact that this is how you know it's Leia. Is Leia doesn't cry about it. She doesn't get upset. Like, she's upset by it. She's hurt by it. But what she does is she claps back and she says to him, "Well, then I don't know why I'd be talking to you then." Like, it's like she uses his own comment against him. And shout out to all those, you know, rich, pompousy kids that, you know, seek approval from their parents, because this perfectly summarized them. That you think by repeating your father, he'll accept you. You're secretly scared of him. Like, I love that. She's prying at him just a little bit. But yeah, she was great. I love the dynamic and the rapport between her and Ben. I thought it was really strong. I liked what they were going for. And I think, you know, there's an element to it that you can really make it even more bittersweet by saying that Ben Kenobi is Leia's hero. Like, that's how endearing is that Leia's hero is Ben Kenobi. Like, that explains why she named her son Ben. Like, come on, it's perfect. Now, I've seen this floating around that, oh, it's a political statement, the Leia's more important. Like, Jesus Christ. Not everything is a political statement. For Christ's sake. Come on. Come on. Christ almighty. It makes sense that Leia is the reason Obi-Wan goes off-world, because Leia is the only one who can go off-world. If Luke goes off-world, that's the whole plan blown. You know, you got to keep Luke there. You cannot take Luke off-world. You absolutely cannot. And if anything, Obi-Wan going to get Leia takes the Inquisitors with him. off-world. It means he gets them off of Tatooine. That's the point. It gets them away from Luke. You kill two birds with one stone. It's perfect. Absolutely perfect. But yeah, Leia, fantastic, brilliant stuff. I'm looking forward to seeing where they go with her in the next episode. She'll probably just be returned to Bail Organa, and that'll be it. Okay, next up. Yeah, the guy from Eternals playing that like con artist. Yeah, what a douche. He's what we call a bumbling jobber. That's what we call. Perfectly acted, but Jesus. I think that's mostly all the main characters that I've gone through. Yeah, that's mostly all the main characters that I've gone through. Now, I'm going to start out by saying the recap of episode 1, right, was absolutely phenomenal. I love it. Some people would say, oh, we're not stupid. No, some people genuinely are stupid. They clearly don't watch. They have no fucking idea what the hell they're watching. So them putting a recap at the start of this, I absolutely 100% approve of this decision, because it allows the audience to go, you know what? Yeah, that's what happened. That's where we're at in the timeline. Now, the Order 66 flashback, I freaking adore. Seeing the clones in practical suits for the first time was absolutely insane. And speaking of clones, that homeless clone that appears in episode 2, it further reinforces and strengthens why what happened to the clones is so heartbreaking. But I do love how she's just training the younglings 1 minute, and then all of a sudden the clones are wreaking havoc and just trying to mow down the Jedi one by one by one. But the only problem I will have, or that I have with this scene, is you can see when the lightsaber sort of half goes. It's like they've half special effected it. Luke and the Mandalorian had this same problem. I hope they fix that and get better with that. But I like how when the Jedi Master goes down, and as the clones are like gunning them down one after the other, they're on a walkway. And I stand by the belief that on that walkway, there's a door on the other side. I think Anakin's going to come out that door, and there's going to be Jedi Masters dropping in, like in the Episode 3 game, and he's going to be mowing them down left and right. And the younglings are going to escape. Maybe not all of them. And I love like the expanding shot of you seeing the Jedi getting gunned down in the distance. And it's perfect because we've never fully seen or gone fully all in to what actually happened within the temple. So seeing it play out like that, flipping sick. Cue the title card, cue John Williams' theme, bang. And oh, that's the character I forgot to talk about. Obi-Wan Kenobi. Marvelous. Right. Let's get this out the way. I remember saying, I know people don't like it, but it's what it is. Last Jedi Luke. That's basically what Kenobi was in these first couple of episodes. And for those that are complaining, oh, it doesn't feel organic. It doesn't feel like Obi-Wan. Dude, 10 years have passed. 10 years have passed of him playing that nightmare in his head on repeat for 10 years. 10 years. He thinks he failed Anakin. He thinks he let down the whole Jedi Order. Imagine having that guilt for 10 years. And in that cave for 10 years. Is there any surprise as to why he's like Luke, Jake Skywalker from Last Jedi? Like, is it any surprise? No. It's just because people think Star Wars is Dragon Ball Z. Like, they actually think that the Jedi are literally just, ha people. No, that's not Star Wars. You don't understand Star Wars. Now, in terms of Obi-Wan, Ewan McGregor's performance, fucking mint. And there were so many parallels to not just Last Jedi Luke. There was parallels to Rey, like how he's working for food and portions. And it's almost like he's got that Han Solo role in this where he's got a hero's journey, but it's like a reluctant hero. Like he doesn't want to get back in on the fight like that. And it sort of takes a lot for him to get sucked back in. And then when he does, he straps up. He picks up his lightsaber and he's like, you know what? I'm all in. I'm all in, 100%. And I flipping adore that. Absolutely adore that. And I think just the moment of realization when he realizes about Anakin, and then he stood there, he's saying Anakin Skywalker, and the camera's just focused on him like this. And then all of a sudden, snap. And then it cuts to Anakin in the Bacta tank. with the red eyes as Vader. Like, I love his chemistry with Leia. That's great. I really thought that was endearing. I thought that was awesome. It's awesome seeing him use a blaster, considering he railed against it for so long. It's really, really cool. And I think, again, it just highlights why I wanted this show or story to be told, or movie or whatever. It's just this story in particular, because you can make this the Logan of Star Wars. You really can. You can make this the most heartbreaking story in the whole thing. Because as heartbreaking as Anakin's story is, everyone just regurgitates it. Oh, Anakin's story is so heartbreaking. It's like, well, you don't know what you're talking about, but yeah, it's heartbreaking. But Kenobi's is equally as heartbreaking. Equally. And again, polar opposites. Anakin goes one way, Obi-Wan goes the other way. So for me, I like the approach that they're taking. I like the angle that they're going. And I think Obi-Wan is going to go from strength to strength. And Ewan McGregor, right? Let me tell you how good of a actor this dude is. In episode 3, he made it his mission to link up episode 3 with Alec Guinness and bridge that gap in terms of voice, the look, and the charm. In this one, he goes even further. Like, it's almost like he's literally a year away from Alec Guinness. You can hear it in his voice. It's perfect. I love everything about it. Now, in terms of the episodes overall, episode 1, I prefer more. Episode 2, it has some cool moments, but episode 1, I think I prefer more, because it not only is it longer, it allows time to breathe, to really establish the foundation of the narrative of this story, or this particular story. And then episode 2 is just kind of the side quest, if you will. But I did say, before this show dropped, there was going to be one episode in there that was a bit 50-50. And that's this show. This show's going to... that's this episode, sorry. This episode is the 50-50 one. And, now, I want to get some critiques that I have out the way, because there are some cons. There are some cons to this. The chase sequence for Leia in the forest. Now, there's one of those smuggler, bounty hunter people, whatever. Leia ducks under a tree. This man literally walks into the tree. There's a tree right here. Could go round, could go under. He walks right into it. Yeah, okay. That's the thing. Some of the dialogue is a bit wonky in places. I mean, hey, I like the prequels, so it's not really that big of a nitpick to me. And then the Grand Inquisitor's death, as I touched upon earlier on. I hate this. I hate this fake out death bullshit. Stop it. Stop doing it. We know you're going to bring him back because he's in Rebels. Like, there's no way they'll retcon their own series before anything else. Like, that's a Disney project, Star Wars Rebels. Like, there's no way they would do that. So they're going to bring him back. It was just a way to say, hey, gotcha, bang. They're going to bring him back. And it's just, again, cheap character fake outs. Stop doing it. But other than that, really solid couple of episodes. I really like what they're building towards. And I think now that they've got the first act out the way, let's get it going. Let's get it going. Like, really going. I want Vader showing up and murking people. Like, I don't care. I'll keep it. No. Go all in. Go all in now. It's time. It's time. But overall, if I had to rank the episodes, episode 1, 8 to 8.5. And then episode 2, I'd say a solid 7. No higher than that. Solid 7. But I think, just the little details and little mannerisms. And I think the problem is with these Disney Plus show format with the 6 episodes, it's not enough necessarily. Like, sometimes you think it would be better because you allow time to stretch the storytelling a little bit, but sometimes it can have the reverse effect because you're not getting to the point. You're stretching it out so you can have another episode instead of just having one linear story. But again, I do like where they're going with this. I like how it's simple. It doesn't try to be anything other than what it is. And to me, it perfectly encapsulates things. I like Obi-Wan's relationship with the Jawa that comes in. He's like, you know what? If you're going to steal from me and sell my stuff back to me, could you at least clean it? I like the scene where he's having the PTSD nightmare of everything that's happened. He wakes up in the middle of the dead of night in an empty cave, and then he tries to communicate with Qui-Gon, and it doesn't work. Now that is a Chekhov's gun. Now, if you know your film language and cinematic language, a Chekhov's gun essentially means if you introduce a gun, you need to be prepared to fire it. And what that simply means is if you put a gun on the table for a character, you're giving the audience the impression you're going to fire it, because why else would you put that on the table? So essentially, yes, he will communicate with Qui-Gon. Now, whether Qui-Gon appears as a full Force ghost, it can't happen just for canon reasons, but you could potentially get away with echoes, glimpses, little short bursts, flashes of Liam Neeson's face, and you will hear him. His voice will be blasting through your TV speakers just perfectly. And on the nightmare sequence, I love how it bounces back and forward between positive Anakin, happy-go-lucky Anakin going, yippee, this is pod racing, to Anakin burning to a crisp. Like, it's a great juxtaposition. Absolutely adore it. And I love that Leia and Luke are just so similar that, they've got that Skywalker blood, even though Luke's with the Lars family and Leia's with the Organa family, they're still Skywalker kids. Like, I love that. It's again, Leia and Luke are running in parallel to each other. Even though Leia's living the life of luxury and on Alderaan before it gets blown up, beautiful planet, surrounded by wealth and money and fancy dresses and a little robot companion. And Luke's just on the desert in the middle of nowhere with sand everywhere, moisture evaporators, and an uncle that's screaming in your ear every 5 seconds. It's just that similarity that even though they're worlds apart, they're so very similar, and you can tell they're twins. Absolutely. Check my notes. I'm pretty sure I wrote something down about... Hang on. 1 second. Pretty sure I wrote something down about... Oh, yeah, that's it. Mr. Red Hot Chili, Flea, cameoing in this. Yeah, that was weird. I knew I recognized him from somewhere, and I was like, oh, it's him. Cool. Cool. But again, back to Leia and Luke. I do like how they run very similar to each other, and I think that's something the show will pay off, is you will see Ben Kenobi interacting with Luke, because there's got to be a reason why Luke looks up to Ben the same way. And I think for me, even though Anakin isn't there to be a father to his kids, Obi-Wan can be. And I think that's what's, like, again, it strengthens the reason why Leia calls for him in A New Hope when she's like, help me, Obi-Wan, you're my only hope. Like, it's like, it strengthens that, and it makes sense as to why she calls her son Ben. Like, it's a great full circle. It's just a beautiful story, man. Beautiful story. A very traditional storyline, with Leia getting captured. That's like a staple in Mandalorian. So very generic. We've seen it a million times, but I'll forgive it because it allows Obi-Wan to go on his hero's journey and come back out of hiding. Now, again, my favorite, if you were to ask me what my favorite moment is of these two episodes, it's when Anakin wakes up. Like, I fucking love that. The way the camera focuses on Obi-Wan, he says the word Anakin, and then Anakin literally like that. It's like Obi-Wan just woke him up. Like, and the thing is, Anakin knows he's alive. He ain't stupid. So he's been sending the Inquisitors to scout and find him. And now that they found him, Big Daddy Vader's about to pull up. Like, Reva, step aside. Like, Vader's going to toss you in the ocean. Get out the way. Like, I think that's going to be a point of contention. Like, that's one other critique I do have, is I want more reasoning as to why Reva has such an inclination to prove herself. I want to know what's in it for her. What does she gain? Because in my knowledge and in my opinion, the only thing you can gain in terms of Inquisitors stabbing each other in the back is the role of lead Inquisitor. So maybe there's some kind of hidden agenda. Maybe Anakin's trained her personally, because they were at the temple together. Maybe Vader's given her training one-on-one. Maybe Vader said, look, I like you. You're different. You know, it's like that. It would be a great full circle and a great sort of parallel to be Anakin was always different than the Jedi, always. And the Jedi never afforded him enough respect. They never treated him properly. So maybe in a way, Vader's like, you know what? You remind me of a younger me. I see something in you. These guys aren't like you. They're lackeys. You think differently. Again, while the Grand Inquisitor, 24 people in the stream shout to you, when the Grand Inquisitor is walking around the space monologuing, Reva literally just says, you know what? Fuck this. Picks up a knife and throws it at the dude to force him out of hiding. It's that kind of stuff that I think Vader really looks for, and he really pries on. It's just like it's brilliant. It's brilliant, and the CGI looks amazing. Like Alderaan looks beautiful. All like the cinematic shots, the shots of Dio, the shots of Coruscant that we saw early on, perfect. The far away shots when we see I think it's Anchorhead. For the first time, I think, in live action, we've never seen it. We've only ever been to Mos Eisley or Mos Espa. So going to Anchorhead, I mean, hell yeah, perfect. And yeah, I think this show has established a great foundation for where it can go from here. And I absolutely love the Bail Organa pulls up to Obi-Wan's cave and says, move on. Deal with it. You failed Anakin. Like, there's nothing you can do. It happened, but you can still save these kids. You can look out for these kids. You can make it right with them. And I absolutely adore seeing Jimmy Smits and Ewan McGregor opposite each other once again. Hell, seeing Ewan McGregor and Tamora Morrison opposite each other once again when he's looking at the clone, it's like I like it. But it's just, I think it's the guilt that weighs on him, you know, and I think this is where Last Jedi Luke kind of didn't really carry this fully, is that the weight on his shoulders for this whole situation and the pressure that he's feeling and the pain, it's all culminating in him like going, you know what, I'm getting back in this fight. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of this series, Bail Organa's like, how can I repay you? And then he says, well, I'd rather not go back to that cave if it's all the same to you. And then he buys him like a nice sort of house out on the Dune Sea. And that's when Obi-Wan stays in his house. Like, that's when you see the house in the show for the first time that we haven't seen since 1977. Like, that would be a great full circle. And also that little droid that Leia has, I've forgotten the name of it. But make sure you resurrect that thing, because that thing was cute. Like, I hate it when droids or animals are killed off in Star Wars. It's heartbreaking. Truly is heartbreaking. But I really enjoyed the show. I like what it was going for. And again, I like that Reva has this determination to think outside the box. You know, while all the other Inquisitors are doing the bare minimum, she's so driven, so determined. I'm like, what, is there a promotion at the company? You want to get a role as supervisor? Like, what's promised to you that's so awesome, you know? And then at the end of the first episode, when Kenobi's got his hood up, looks so much like Alec Guinness. And then he flicks his cape to the side and you see the lightsaber hilt there. Oh, it's perfect. Absolutely perfect. I love the score. The soundtrack is brilliant. I know John Williams did the main theme for the show, and Natalie Holt, who did the score for Loki, as was corrected in my recent stream, is doing it for this one. And I must say, she knocks it out of the park. The soundtrack that plays when, honestly, that moment, when Anakin wakes up, the soundtrack in that moment, fucking mint, absolute mint. But yeah, I like the first episode more than the second. The second has a very sort of Blade Runner kind of vibe that I like. And there's a bit of John Wick in there as well, where it's like, you know, John Wick is excommunicado, and then they go and put out like a warrant for Kenobi. And the Grand Inquisitor is like, hey, what the hell are you doing? You stupid. And again, showing that infighting that the Inquisitors have with each other. But I like the sort of playful back and forth nature of Leia and Obi-Wan, you know, and I need to stress this. I need to really put this out there. Just because Reva may have an annoying tendencies or annoying moments, and maybe, you know, it's annoying that a kid's running away or whatever, please, for the love of fuck, don't harass the actors. Please don't do it again, Star Wars fans. I'm talking to all of you. Don't do it again. Not again. Come on. Jake Lloyd, Hayden Christensen, Ahmed Best, John Boyega, Daisy Ridley, Kelly Marie Tran, Adam Driver. Like, how many more? How many more? Stop it. Stop it. Close the laptop, go outside and get some fresh air. Shit. It's fictional. It's not real. Now, that out of the way. I love the lighting on Dio. It's sort of like it resembles downtown Coruscant, but it's got like a Blade Runner approach to it. I really like that. And I've never really fully watched the Blade Runner films, but it has that sort of cyberpunky kind of city vibe. And again, there's a Chekhov's gun that's on display when Leia's like, lift me up. And that's exactly what Obi basically does to save her. But I like the realization on Obi-Wan's face when he realizes that Anakin's alive. Like, it's because how did he know? How did he know? They never really explicitly answered that, and this show will answer that. And I like the way that Reva's just taunting him. Like, I mean, we know that Reva, like, sit down, Reva. You can get your ass whooped. Kenobi's gonna fuck you up. Like, come on. But it's more of like, and shout out to the actress Moses. She does a great job. The line delivery on talking about Anakin and oh, he's still alive. You don't have to worry. You're not gonna die yet. Like it's so cool because it's almost like Vader's given her a hidden mission, which is lure him out and leave him for me. That's what it is. It's going to be something. I really think he's given her this mission. I think there's more to it than her just being impulsive. I think Vader said to her specifically, I like your ambition, draw him out, and you'll get whatever you want. You'll get whatever you want. Draw him out. Because at the end of the day, it's like in Harry Potter. Voldemort doesn't want anyone else to kill Harry Potter. When other people have said, I'll kill Harry, he says, no, Harry's my kill. It's almost like Vader or Anakin will say, you dare kill him. He's mine. Like, you can injure him, you can wound him, but you bring him to me and I'll finish him off. Like, I think the angle that they're going to take with Anakin is that it's like, you left me for dead, you let me burn, why didn't you kill me? Or, better still, why didn't you help me? Like, either kill me or put me out my misery. Like, kill me, put me out my misery, help me. But no, you let me burn to a crisp. I haven't even got a little, little pee-pee anymore because it's burnt off. Like, it's yeah. But again, the Grand Inquisitor's fake out death, I don't like that. The MCU doing that a lot. It's just this common thing at the moment where there's so many, we're surprised. It's like, well, no, because we know he's in Rebels. Like, unless this is a twin, unless this is a clone, unless this is a copycat, or unless this isn't the real Grand Inquisitor, then I don't like that. Like, stop doing that. It's really annoying. But overall, by and large, I really enjoyed these first 2 episodes. Long may it continue. And I really hope the show kicks on from here. And I really hope that we just get it rolling. Like, you're on this train, keep it rolling and go to your next destination. Don't stop. And don't pull any punches, honestly, don't pull any punches. Go all in. But yeah, really enjoyed it. Acting was fine. Dialogue was clunky in places, but overall fine. The directing by Deborah Chow in this was absolutely insane. Like, I think the reason that the Obi-Wan's line of Anakin and then it cuts to Vader hits so much, it's Deborah's directing of that scene when the camera is going slowly to Obi-Wan and then slowly away from Anakin. It's almost like Obi-Wan woke him up, like he was in a sleep, and then it's like they've got this force dyad thing going on. And as soon as Anakin feels that Obi-Wan can feel him through the force, wakes up. Fucking love it. Absolutely adore it. Absolutely adore it. But that's mostly where my head's at in regarding to the first 2 episodes. As I've said before, this is how most Chosen Lives will be from this point on, where I get to my points first. I get all my details out the way, what I thought, what I liked, what I didn't like, all that juicy stuff first, all that good oatmeal. And then as it progresses, I will go to the chat and chill out with you guys and see what you guys had to say. But honestly, awesome. Really enjoyed it. I like what they're setting up. I like what they're going for. Very solid beginning. Very solid beginning. Very solid beginning. Now we're approaching the 50-minute mark. In my last Chosen Live, I did it at the hour mark. So in this one, I'll do it at the 50-minute mark. I'll go through the chat, and then, I will read all the messages that you guys have put in the chat. Okay, Mystic says, I enjoyed both episodes. They were all I was hoping for. I agree. I know your favorite bit was the Anakin part. Oh, you already know. Mega Cloud, what's up, dude? Yeah, I'm tired of fake out deaths. It's annoying. Can't wait for... Yes, can't me either. I know, the fake out death... And the thing is, with the fake out death teaser, right? It's like, why have you got to do it? Why have you got... We know you're going to bring him back. Hey, Leon, what's up, dude? King Cobra, show us your cake, Jacob. I ran out, unfortunately, at the minute. I had some Victoria Sponge earlier. I know what you mean. Naughty, naughty. Oh, gee. King, stop reading too much into it. Grand Inquisitor got cheated. Yeah, I didn't like what... Again, I didn't like what they did with that. I didn't like what they did with that at all. It felt kind of cheap. It felt chintzy. It felt sort of synthetically created to get him. Like, this is the thing. The Grand Inquisitor should have smoked her. He's number one. He's the number one Inquisitor. And if you take him out, that's when Vader comes into the fold. Like in Star Wars Rebels, spoilers, when he's dueling with Kanan and Ezra and then he dies, then Vader is brought in because it's like you've just taken out the top dog. So essentially, the one positive I can take is that they're sidelining the Grand Inquisitor because they're bringing Big Daddy Vader in. Darth Maul getting severed in half. Anakin survived getting burned internally and externally. The Grand Inquisitor is chilling. Yeah, I know. It's just annoying. OG fake out death. Oh, yeah. The next episode will be a Vader-centric one. Episode 4, maybe not so much. But episode 5 and 6, definitely. But episode 3, yeah, it's going to be Vader heavy. It has to be. Like, that's how I would take the story. It has to be. Don't care for either so far. Grand Inquisitor, I'm not surprised. Grand Inquisitor wasted apart. How it took long for those guys to capture Leia in the forest. Yeah, like that was that reminded me of the bike sequence in Book of Boba Fett with the Power Rangers. Like, I was like, what? Honestly, it's just that moment when the dude walks into the tree. There's a tree right in front of him, and he walks into it.
Hello there.
Hello there, Cody. So far I like it, but Disney. But then again, are you hoping for it to screw up the King? I'm just throwing it out there. Ewan was great. Obi-Wan's characterization was brilliant. Owen Lars was great. Great setup. I agree. Reva. Well, the thing is, Reva is meant to be aggravating. You're not meant to like her. That's the point. The thing is, she's going to die a horrible death by the end of the series anyway. Either Obi's going to have to take her out or Vader's going to kill her. One of the two. She's going to die. John Williams theme Holt score. The solo violin after Obi-Wan sees the hung Jedi. Oh, I didn't mention that. I absolutely adore that scene when Obi-Wan is walking through the streets and he sees the Jedi hung on the spot. It's almost like if Obi-Wan had stepped in, that Jedi could still be alive. And it's that thing that I mentioned in my stream before, where it's kind of like, how do I put it? As much as Obi-Wan wants to do something, it's like he can't because it will out the mission. But then again, he can't not do something, It's I love it. That was fantastic. That was great storytelling. Love that. Yeah. But she's playing Leia. I can forgive it. Yes. Yeah, there's no other way they could have got Obi-Wan off world. There's no other way. Like in a way that's organic, that I believe. I bet he did. The homeless clone scene. I know, man. They got screwed. Absolutely screwed. It's even more heartbreaking if you watch Clone Wars. Hello there. We didn't see Baru in here. Yeah, she was on the farm. She was on the farm, like when Obi was looking at through the goggles. You could see her in the distance. See a bit more Temple in Order 66 and Anakin slaughtering Jet. Well, again, the way I would have it pegged is that walkway they're on. There's a door on the other side, You have Anakin enter through that door. Because there's a deleted scene of when Anakin kills Shark T and he walks out in a hallway similar to that. So maybe the younglings are running this way. Anakin comes out this way. Then you've got the younglings thinking, I gotta fuck off. I gotta get the fuck out of door. I gotta get out of here. And then as the younglings are running away in fear and in terror, Reaver included, you've got Jedi Masters jumping down, trying to fight Anakin, and then Anakin's carving them up. And that's literally his version of the hallway scene. Like, if they don't do it, I'm going to be so disappointed. The opportunity is right there. It's right there. Even if it doesn't play out exactly like that, I want a hallway scene. Episode 3, yeah, it's on Wednesday. I know. Oh, I can't wait. During the 10 years, do you think Vader became reclusive because Obi-Wan, though? Anakin died, like, wouldn't Vader? No, Vader was relenting. Obi-Wan became a recluse. Vader was relenting. And this time period, Vader ain't playing no games. He'll cut you down. Like, if you've seen some of the comics, he kills people quite a lot. Still need to watch it, but I'm one of those people who don't mind spoilers. Spoilers. Just gets me more interested. Okay, fair. I wonder if we'll get a Vader reveal for Obi-Wan like in Legends. That's a good shout. Well, from a story perspective, you need the Grand Inquisitor in the story because he's the lead Inquisitor. The problem I have is doing that. Why do that? Like, what? Why? And the thing is, right, Reaver is cool, but the Grand Inquisitor is number one for a reason. There's no way he's letting his guard down that easily. Like, it's I don't know, that was weak. That was a weak part. A very weak part. But once he heals and he tells people what's happening, that's when I think Vader will be like, okay, Reaver, you're doing too much. I need to kill you. Because you're just going to kill all my soldiers. See the irony there? Vader can only kill them, but no one else can. Oh, really? I thought episode 1 was better. Vader will kill Reaver. Yeah, he will. It's not gonna be Kenobi. Vader will do it. The Inquisitor looks much better than it did in the trailer. Hey, Michael Myers. Oh, speaking of, if we got Michael Myers, it's only fitting that I play. Hang on. Now get out of my chat. No, I'm joking. But yeah, I have noticed he looks better. I don't know if that's because they changed some stuff before due to fan response, but it's very likely that they changed a couple of things. Look what they did with Snoke in The Last Jedi. Yeah, but the thing is, you can't kill off the Grand Inquisitor because the canon is set. Rebels is after this. You can't do it. Like, it's you. And the thing is, Rebel. I would be more worried if it was a show that Disney didn't do, but Disney made Rebels. They'd be retconning their own show. There's no way they're doing that. So it's a fake out death again. I love Mando, but he won't appear in this. He'll be young. He'll be too young to appear in this. He'll be like a kid. He'd be like 7 or 8 years old. There'd be no reason for him to appear in this. Perhaps she'll be a very small pseudo Starkiller-ish character. She wants Vader's approval or a mere shadow of Ahsoka. Do you know what? That would be a great parallel. I would love that. If he looks at her as maybe a reminder of Ahsoka, because they've never done much in live action with Ahsoka, well, for obvious reasons, with Ahsoka. And Hayden was asked, are you going to be in the Ahsoka show? And he kind of just sort of brushed it off and he was teasing it and he was kind of like Andrew Garfielding it. It's like, and Hayden, come on, we know you're in the show. So you don't have to lie, but you have to because of NDAs and Mickey Mouse will be trying to snipe you and hey everybody. But maybe he sees Reaver as like a shadow of Ahsoka. It reminds him of her, that she's abrasive. She goes for what she wants. And the thing is, the same people who are criticizing Reaver, the same thing happened to Ahsoka. Oh, she's annoying. She's reckless. She's impulsive. Nah, woke, women. It's just the same cycle again. You think episode 2 will be the weakest? I think it will be. The bounty hunter fake Jedi dude was cool. Well, it was cool, but it was dick. I agree with the actors are just doing their job, not really their fault if you don't like the character. Blame the writing. Exactly. Oh, one needs a hug and a nice cold milkshake or a smoothie. No, blue milk. Yeah, but I don't know. They keep doing fake out deaths. I don't like it. The recap was amazing. My favorite non-pop culture movie, Inception. Love that one. What's your thoughts on Ahsoka getting replaced in live action? It is what it is. I would have just cast Ashley Eckstein just because she made the role what it is. But Rosario Dawson is cool. I think she's awesome. So no complaints from me. Oh man, I'm in a real Star Wars mood the last couple of days. I really like the ending of episode 2. The look on Kenobi's face. Yeah, I know, Lee. That shot was fucking sick. Maybe the Grand Inquisitor is a fake Grand Inquisitor that was created by Vader only to be killed by Reva to trick Obi-Wan into thinking the Grand Inquisitor is dead until the real Grand Inquisitor... Fucking, that's a mouthful, mate. Until the real Grand Inquisitor played by Jason Isaacs. Now, if they did that, I wouldn't mind. Because then, will the real Grand Inquisitor please stand up? Please stand up. Cue the Slim Shady song. If they did that, I would fucking lose it. If Jason Isaacs plays the Grand Inquisitor in live action like he should, and it was a fake out in that sense, then I would like that. But I don't think they'll do that. I don't think they'll do that at all. Perhaps Reva's role is to be a mere shadow of Ahsoka, wanting Vader's approval. I left a bit, didn't know if you answered this already. Yeah, I answered it already. But I like what you're thinking. You're thinking along the right lines. I'd like to see the Clone Wars younglings. Good point. Good point. Maybe we will see the Clone Wars younglings. You never know. Mickey Mouse and Goofy had 2 snipers on Hayden. Yes, they did. Grand Inquisitor species has 2 stomachs. Yeah, so she probably just injured one of the stomachs. Did you think the word woke is so overused? Yeah, these words and buzzwords, they don't mean anything anymore. You're an SJW. You're an alt-right whatever. It's a way to juke around any kind of discussion by putting someone in a neat little box. This is why I don't give a fuck about politics, because to me, it's all a circus, you know. And one example I will give is you'll have someone who votes one political party all their life, but then they'll actually, for once, agree with the other party. They'll still vote the party that they've always voted for. That's the stupidity of it to me. It's like ignorance, naivety. My party's the best party. No, your party's full of shit. Get paid, fucking get paid, get weighed, and get laid. That's the life. That's the life motto. Screw politics. Oh, keep your politics out of it. Politics is in everything you watch. Just because you choose not to see it, it doesn't mean it's not there. It's always there. Always. And again, this comes down to people who have a lack of experience creating something. I don't know if you've ever made anything before, but whenever you make something, there's a part of your political ideals that are in it. That's called creating something. Shit. Fuck, you know, it's just like people never went to school. So he's fine, 100%. Maybe, but we'll see. Jason Isaacs didn't want to do the show because of the makeup. Really? Well, let me have a look at this. That's a shame. Because if he was offered the role and he didn't come back... Aww. Well, tell me that's not true. I need to research that, because I hope that's not true. Because Jason Isaacs is flipping amazing. I already answered that. I thought the message retracted, though. I just got back and saw you looked at it. Yep. Season 4, episode 5 of Clone Wars, and I watched the first 2 seasons of Rebels. Good. Binge it all. Binge the lot. 20 people in the stream at the moment. Smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen. What did you think of Kenobi? What did you all think? 1 like away from 20. And to be honest, there's a part of me that would actually really like a Darth Vader show. I said from what I heard in the chat about Jason. I'm hoping for more string-heavy cues in the series, like Revenge of the Sith. And yeah, you can definitely tell the difference between, like, in terms of the composing. But I will say it's definitely good. It's all right. It's okay. Smash that like button, folks.
No! Show him around his head! Come on! Open your eyes!
Sorry, I couldn't help it. Have you read Dark Lord Rise of Darth Vader book? A new book just came out called Star Wars Brotherhood. Oh, I might have to give that a read. I read Master and the Apprentice. Oh, I like the look of this. Oh, me likey. Oh, I like this. Oh, let me pull this image up. I like this a lot. Oh, I like that. Oh, I like that a lot. Oh, I do like that. That looks clean. Oh, I like that. Oh, I might have to get it. I might have to cave in and get it. Let me see if I can quickly see if I can find my Master and Apprentice book. I've been doing a lot more reading lately as well. Also, again, shout out to Heir to the Empire, best Star Wars book ever made. I've been doing a lot of reading as well lately. But this bad boy here, let me just pull that one off. This one right here, I absolutely love this one. Mwah! There's some killer shit in this book. Oh, man. Brilliant. And the thing is, I've actually grown to really appreciate reading as well. It's just awesome, like learning about all these characters and stories, but in book form. And then it allows your mind to create the scenarios. It's on Amazon. Oh, I might have to buy that. And I don't buy many books. I might have to buy that. But then again, I've still got to finish reading the one that my boy Danny suggested, How to Win Friends and Influence People. Good book. But yeah, I really enjoy this show. I think it's great. It started off with a good run. There's a few little nitpicks, a few little bumps in the road that they got to sort out. But overall, I'm satisfied. Like it's good. It's good. Now, again, it could still go tits up. It could all fall to shit, and I hope it doesn't. But we're in a good transitional space, and I really hope that we just keep it going, and don't simmer. You know. Now the thing is, one thing I've been asked is, with it being season 1 on Disney Plus, quite literally emphasize season 1, do I want a season 2? And the answer, it all depends on how season 1 ends. But if I'm being honest, I'm hoping that it doesn't. So far, have you seen the videos calling the episodes trash? Yeah, well, what were these people... what were these people expecting? Were they expecting Obi-Wan to sit there smoking death sticks, smacking people on the arse with his lightsaber? What the hell were they expecting? It's like, wait and see. Like, there's, wait and see. Give it a chance, I don't think they're going to do the Book of Boba Fett bait and switch. I think that this show is going to be good. Do you think there'll be a deep fake of the new actress face of Belle's wife into the original actress's face in the prequel remasters? There's no point. Like, I don't see the point in doing that. There's no real incentive to do it beyond just visually making it right. It's not necessary. It's just a waste of money. I'm hoping that Duel of the Fates and Battle of the Heroes are used sparingly in the final. Yes, please. Like, that trailer music, I want that to play. Like any other score. Almost fucking dislocated my thumb. Like when you click your thumb, like sheesh, ow. I want a rendition of that to play. Like, I really want that to play. Like, I love Natalie Holt's work thus far, but I need John Williams to kick in. Like, I need old school John Williams, because it being the Kenobi show, come on. I'm sorry. If we get misled again with the Duel of the Fates soundtrack, like they did for episode 9, when they teased that Duel of the Fates soundtrack was going to be in the movie and it fucking wasn't. If we get teased that again and blueballed, I'd be hurt. I'd be very hurt. I'd be very, very hurt. But yeah, the ones that are just reactioning to this and calling it trash and, like, what did people expect? Like, this is why fans don't write stories, because everything would be a fan film. Like, it's just fucking Obi-Wan just throwing shit at Vader all the time. Like, it's great to see, but we've got to earn that. We've got to get to that. That is a great point. That's a great point. You don't want to overuse it. You want to use it sparingly. You want to do a rendition. Like you have maybe Battle of the Heroes going dun, 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 and then dun, 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 like you can have a remix, sort of like in episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, when Anakin and Obi are dueling in that, and then it's bouncing back and forth between the themes. Like that moment. Let me pull it up. Like it's one of my favorite moments in the whole duel. Hang on. One of my favorite moments in the whole duel. Where is it? It's let me find it. Turn the sound off because I'm going to get copyrighted. But I just want to pull up the moment and get rid of these. Just bear with me, dude, with ads. Right. Oh, it's not on this clip. Oh, screw it. I'll just explain it. You know the bit where essentially they've got their lightsabers like this, and then Anakin spins around and then boots him like right in the face, and then Obi just goes, "Oh!" And then Duel of the Fates kicks in at that moment. That right there. Here comes small version of Battle of the Heroes plays when Obi-Wan finds out. Yes, please. Is Earth in Star Wars? Well, the thing is, Earth itself is not in Star Wars, but there is a legend that Earth is technically in Star Wars, because essentially what it is Earth had humans, and then humans basically scoured the galaxy, and that's why there's so many humans in Star Wars. That's basically what happened. Essentially, like, it's not confirmed, but that's kind of the fan theory / general belief. There's a new Obi-Wan book coming out after Kenobi that takes place before Master and Apprentice called Padawan Learner. And Obi-Wan goes on a mission without Qui-Gon to prove himself. Damn. See, even he didn't follow the rules half the time. I think I will go for another 10 minutes, people. Another 10 minutes. The sequel to Fallen Order Jedi Survivor teaser is now on YouTube. What? Oh, hang on. Let me check this out. Oh, yeah, I'm watching it now. Now. All right, you guys are getting the double whammy. You're getting a reaction as well at the same time. This is how I look after you guys. Then what I'll do is I'll edit this and then crop it into its own thing. All right, here we go. Are you all ready? You all ready for this? Okay, let's check this out. Oi. Jedi Survivor. I love this. Fallen Order from Jedi to Jedi Survivor. Love it. Sheesh. Sorry, guys. I bloody hit the... Right, start that again. Right, there we go.
Tell me, Countess, why lead when they won't follow?
Oh, it's Penguin.
Why fight?
Oh my god. It can't be, can it? It can't be, can it?
You can't.
Oh my god, I swear to god.
What is your next move?
Oh my god.
Jedi.
Oh my god. Don't do this to me. It's not who I think it is it? Oh god, I was about to say if that was Starkiller, I was about to flip a switch. Wait, is it who I think it is? Oh my god. Oh my god. See, oh my god. Double whammy. Me too. Excited for the KOTOR remake. Oh yeah, as long as they keep true to the original, it's gonna be great. Starkiller and canon. Oh, I put him in this. Like he'd be a great villain for Cal to fight against. He'd be great. Oh, we're watching that again. One more time. Oh! I'm gonna have a little look-see. Oh my god, guys. Great trailer. What a day.
Why lead when they won't follow?
I want to know who that is.
Why fight? When you can't.
It could be Taron
What
Malicus.
is your next move, Jedi?
It could be Taron Malicus. Maybe he survived. Man, Cal looks great. I love that. Oh, man. Is that an old temple guard? I don't know. I'm going to leave Jacob. See you, man. See you later, LB. Take care, brother. I don't know. Everyone raise a toast to LB in the chat, please. I don't know. I really don't know. Oh, shit. Mate. I don't know. I want to hope that it's Starkiller, but it could be anybody. But again, as I said in my recent stream a day ago, like I don't want them to keep making Jedi survive in this time period because you're going to inevitably cheapen death. You know, I don't want them to overplay it. Let me just read an article. Why fight when you can't win? There's still a potential Lando series as well. Oh! Well, all right. I thought. Oh, okay. PS5. All right. I'll have a PS5 by then. Shit. Mysterious being. Is it, dude? If that's Starkiller, I'm gonna flip a script. Is that? Please. Oh, come on. That would be so flipping awesome if it's Starkiller. Like, give him a haircut and shit. But, dude. Who? All right. Who's in that tank? People are theorizing it's Galen. Oh! Fucking come on. Please, I need it to be Galen. Come on. It just makes sense. Cal against Starkiller? Fuck yeah. Like, there's a shot in the trailer. Like, if we go back here. This. That right there. I'm sorry, that looks like a Starkiller pose. That looks like a Starkiller pose right out the gate. Cal versus Starkiller. Oi, let's go. Oh, please be Starkiller. Please. Yeah, who was in the Bacta tank? Long white hair. Yeah, whoever this is, it's going to be important to the story. It could be Taron Malicos, but I don't know. Like, putting him in the trailer, like that, teasing him. Come on, let's be real. Would you all be flipping out, you know, if it was Taron Malicos? Mate, if this is Starkiller. Now, the thing is, this game does... There is a article that I read the other day that said you can play as multiple characters in this game, not just Cal. Like, Cal will still be the main character. So if it is Starkiller, could you imagine playing as both? Like, oh my god. Like a new version of Force Unleashed Starkiller. Oh my god, please. I hope so. I mean, it could be a Jedi that maybe changed, but I swear Starkiller would be so perfect. Oh my god! Please be Starkiller, please. Oh my god! If it's Starkiller, I am going to lose it. I need to research this. But yeah, guys and girls, I absolutely enjoyed the first 2 episodes of Kenobi. I really enjoyed this. I didn't expect this trailer to drop while I was talking about Kenobi, but essentially my point still stands. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a great introduction, and I love where we're going. But, man, please tell me this is Starkiller. Come on. It's just, it makes sense. If it's Starkiller, guys, I might cry. Like, we're about to get Vader and Kenobi fighting in live action, rematch style. If this is Starkiller, this is one of the best days in Star Wars history. Or one of the best times to be a Star Wars fan. I mean, if we're going off Force Unleashed, Starkiller would absolutely destroy him. Absolutely tear him apart. But then again, to fit within the canon, this could be a reimagining. Maybe, because at the end of Bad Batch, right, that the Kaminoans have a plan. What if at the end of Bad Batch, this was their plan? They were creating Starkiller. And maybe they've had Starkiller encasing in a Bacta tank for years until Cal finds him. Because look at the way they tease him. Like, why would they do all this for Taron Malicos or some random Jedi? If this is Starkiller. Dude, I would fucking lose it. I mean, again, I could be wrong. I don't want to fanboy too much, but if this is Starkiller, I would genuinely cry. Holy shit. Cal Kestis versus Starkiller. Please make that happen. That would be so good. Because judging on the Kenobi show, Cal would absolutely destroy the Grand Inquisitor. Just saying. Oh my gosh. Oh, I feel giddy. Let's see what the comments are saying. Oh, come on. I'm praying, man. Now Cal just needs to show up in Kenobi. No, he doesn't. No, absolutely not. Cal does not need to be in Kenobi. Why would Cal need to be in Kenobi? Makes no sense. Yeah, fucking the Inquisitor and the... Jesus. Oh, man. Hang on. Revan's lightsaber. Wait, is it Revan? Shut the front door. There's no way it's going to be Revan. That's too much of a reach. Starkiller, maybe. Revan? Nah. I don't believe that for a second. Oh, mate, please. I'm praying that it's Starkiller. I really hope it's the Starkiller. Please. It just look at the build up they give it. And Starkiller was bred in a Bacta tank. Well, his clones were anyway. Like, what if this is part of the ending of Bad Batch? That this is what they ended up creating. They ended up creating a clone, sort of like Omega in the Bad Batch, and it ended up being Starkiller. Like, because think about it. You've got Ilum in the first Fallen Order game, and in the sequel trilogy, in The Force Awakens, they take the planet Ilum and they make it Starkiller Base. Where did they get the name from? Starkiller? Yeah, he doesn't need to be in Kenobi. People that want that are just silly. Said no Force cameos. Let's watch it one more time. Watch it one more time. Dude, I can't, man. What a time to be a Star Wars fan. Honestly, count your blessings.
Tell me.
Wow, his ship's gone down in smoke.
Why lead when they won't follow? Why fight when you can't win? What is your next
I mean, the
move?
thing is, it looks like Cal doesn't have his lightsaber for a little while as well. Oh, mate. It could be a clone, Jorah Sabaoth. Maybe that could be his name. If you know, you know. Shit. Oh, dudes, I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. That's a great trailer. That is a great trailer. Oh! Woo! Man, I'm going to clip that up and upload that as a separate thing as well. Try and get that YouTube traffic. Right, I'm going to chill with you guys for a couple of minutes and then I'm going to round off for the evening. So ask away. Ask away. Cal to get his own show? Maybe. It depends on... To be fair, keep him to the games. You don't want to oversaturate his character. But I wouldn't be against it if they did it. I wouldn't be against it. You guys have got me for 3 minutes. 3 minutes, and then we're rounding off tonight. But yes, Kenobi was badass. That Jedi Fallen Order trailer looks sick. Absolutely sick. Oh, man. Please be Starkiller. Please. Like, I can hope. I can pray. I can cross my fingers and my toes. Come on. When you're watching Stranger Things, I might watch an episode before bed, because I know it's dropped, but I'll watch an episode once I leave, before I sleep. Christian Eriksen has returned. Have you heard of the... That's bait. I'm not going to say it. Off topic, my two favorite movies of all time are Karate Kid and Star Wars. Yes, very good. Another 2 minutes, team. Another 2 minutes. Get your final questions in. Oh, mates, dudes, and do you know what? I'm probably gonna watch a few episodes today of Stranger Things. Yeah, I need to get on it. I'm behind. I don't want to get spoiled. Massive spoilers, but Kenobi first. Sorry, Stranger Things fans. Like Star Wars always takes precedence. There is a new Obi-Wan book coming out after Kenobi that takes place before Master and Apprentice and Obi-Wan. Oh, okay, that's what you were saying earlier. But again, I like this book. There's some killer shit in here. Mwah! Take care and peace. Good night. See you later, bro. Cool. Padawan learner. Have you heard it? Michael Myers. Great. Someone's doing trolling. Lovely. Yeah.
You something big doo-doo this time.
Trolls. A minute five, people. Oh man, I'm praying that is Starkiller. Please. God, I would flip the hell out. Oh, I would flip the hell out. But yeah, the first 2 episodes of Kenobi, really enjoyed them. Again, just keep the steam train rolling. Don't stop. You've set the course. Keep it going. And I'm liking where they're going with the series. I really am liking where they're going with the series. There's a lot of, there's a few things in there that could be better. A bit, but there's a lot of potential. I might do a Chosen live talking about Mandalorian season 3 because I have seen some quote unquote leaks. So I might do a Chosen live talking about that. I need to do a Chosen live talking about the MCU as well. But guys and girls, Chosen lives are back, and in some ways I kind of prefer these to regular videos because they allow me to really digest my thoughts and go in depth and go in detail. But yeah, good things to come. Good things to come. Exactly. Damn right. Abbas, Lee, Michael Myers, 21st century longest. Christian Erickson, Lisa, Tristan, Curious Crow, LB, and everyone in between. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Natalie. Just about to end. And thank you for the donation that you sent earlier today, Natalie. You're amazing. You're absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. And just for you.
Hello there.
Why does everyone want to come in when I'm about to end? Are you going to do watch-alongs in the future? Yes. It depends on what for, though. Like for Kenobi, yeah. So on Wednesday, I'll be doing one as well. But guys and girls, I will see you in the next stream soon. See you later, Sean. Take care. And yeah, can't wait. Can't wait for episode 3. I cannot wait for episode 3 of Kenobi, man. Cannot wait. And I can't wait to see if that's Star Killer in that game, because holy shit. Woo! Let's play a nice little word from our sponsors. There you go. There we go. Thank you all for tuning in. You guys take care of yourselves. And
Show him around his head. Come on.